The fight right now on the streets, I'll break your fucking neck. And that's on my kids. And you know it, I know it, and the whole world know it. And I'm not talking about no fighting in the ring. If me and you was to fight outside, I will break your neck.
The argument went from loud to physical in seconds, and the entire panel fell apart. Crawford, who looked steady just moments before, suddenly lost control. He stepped right into Tank's space with clear purpose and drove him back with a hard shove. It wasn't playful at all, it was disrespect, plain and direct. Tank, already heated, fired back with a punch, and everything turned into a full-blown brawl as security stormed in from every side. It felt messy, real, and completely unscripted, leaving the boxing world stuck watching one of the wildest live TV moments in recent memory. This wasn't hype. This was real, live, Now imagine it clearly, Terence Crawford and Gervonta Tank Davis exploding into a tense, raw clash on live television. This wasn't a planned scene or internet drama meant to build a future payday. It was real emotion captured in real time, with every second broadcast across the world. Fans couldn't believe what they were seeing. In one instant, the sport felt like it took a hard turn. What used to sound impossible suddenly started to feel inevitable.
Is a fight with you and Terence Crawford. Look, 147. I tapped that trend, you know.
Today we're breaking down exactly what pushed things to that point. We'll also talk about who looked better once it calmed down and people replayed it. Most importantly, we'll explain why fans are now demanding a fight that used to feel unrealistic, too risky, too dangerous, and too hard to even imagine happening. Tank vs. Crawford. Two stars from different worlds now moving toward the same crash point, with the potential to shake boxing. This isn't just about winning anymore.
I got round 5.
They've never been in the same ring, and there's a reason for that. Their paths stayed separate because of politics, timing, and weight divisions. One has ruled the lightweight space. The other has proven himself across multiple weight classes, something only a rare few can do. But for months, the tension has been growing, little comments, small shots, and quiet pressure from both sides. The temperature kept rising, and this face-to-face moment was the match that finally set it off. Tank has been openly talking about jumping up to 147 pounds. He's said with full confidence that he'd roll through anyone there, and is fed that message with clips online and fearless interviews. He even claimed he could put down a smooth southpaw like Bud Crawford with one punch. Saying that about one of the best fighters in the world takes serious belief. And once those words hit the public, the no-way fight started to feel real. Crawford stayed level through it, like he almost always does. He pointed out that Tank hasn't faced the same kind of top-tier opponents he has. Even while Crawford took time away after becoming undisputed, the tension never disappeared, it just sat there, quiet and heavy. Crawford kept the pressure on without yelling, while Tank stayed loud and bold. It was two different styles of mind games, building slowly toward a blow-up. Tank admitted it straight, he doesn't like Crawford. And it wasn't just about boxing, it felt personal. He said Crawford acts arrogant and relies too much on security and the people around him. Tank hinted that Bud wouldn't act the same if that support wasn't there. He respected Crawford's talent, but not the way he carries himself. That honesty made one thing clear, this wasn't just promotion. It was real irritation that had been
around Floyd Mayweather. He been calling me now, he texting me now. The whole last camp, I was in Floyd's gym, he closing down the gym for me. I'm working pad with him. He working pad with me and my brother Kelvin. Me and Kelvin sparring in front of Floyd, like he coaching us. Like now it's like, damn, Shakur, Terrence, and Floyd now. So, man, I honestly think that's God. Like, if you really look at it, what professional fighters out here just have a strong circle that's strong as like ours. Like you got the best prospect. You got Shakur, then you got Terence Crawford, and then outside of our circle, we got Floyd Mayweather also tapping in with us. You know what I mean? Like our circle is really crazy. It's really crazy, and it shows to where when we fight, it's always our opponents. It's never a close fight, even with Terence.
The trigger happened during a live conversation about pound-for-pound rankings. Crawford was calm, like always. But the second Tank's name entered the talk, months of tension turned sharp. Tank started talking over people and pushing his case hard. Crawford snapped back with firm words and zero fear. His voice and body language made it obvious he wasn't going to fold. The discussion spun out fast, and then it crossed the line into physical conflict.
There was some kind of crazy trash talk with Gervonta and Terence Crawford recently. And one of the things that I've always kind of noticed is most of the time, one of the things that's kind of off limits is families. Like you usually don't,
yes.
You know,
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah. And so I wanted to kind of understand what your thoughts was about like some of those comments that was made. I think it was about Terence's wife. What, like in your mind, where, because obviously, like, you know, you've been in this sport.
I think Terence Crawford right now in the sport of boxing is the pound-for-pound best fighter in the sport of boxing right now. Mm-hmm. It's good to see him in the position that he's in. I think he has a beautiful family. I think he has a beautiful wife, a beautiful queen, a black queen, and there's nothing better than a black woman in this world. It's just my opinion. We're all entitled to our.
Once the shock settled, boxing had one main question: what happens now, and who came out on top? Most people felt Crawford did. His calm, direct answers made Tank look too emotional and too reactive. This wasn't just a quick viral moment, it changed the whole conversation and forced a once never-happening fight into the center of the sport. A lot of that demand connects to the Tank versus Lamont Roach fight. Tank losing to Roach, or what many believe should have been a loss, sent a wave through boxing and damaged the aura around him. Roach felt he deserved the win, and that night created the first real cracks in Tank's untouchable image. Crawford later pointed to it as proof. That controversy still follows Tank. In the 9th round, Roach landed clean and dropped Tank with a sharp combo. The crowd was stunned. Tank went down to a knee, but no knockdown was ruled. Tank said grease got in his eyes, and that explanation only brought more heat. By the rulebook, it looked like a knockdown. Roach landed, Tank's glove hit the canvas, and the referee waved it off, creating instant outrage. Most viewers felt they saw what really happened. Roach worked harder, landed cleaner, and wanted it more, and the decision didn't erase that feeling. Crawford didn't hold back. He said live that Roach was robbed and Tank was exposed. He called Tank overhyped and protected, and coming from an elite fighter, that criticism landed heavy. Tank didn't have a clean response, and fans started questioning him instead of defending him. Tank even admitted he could have done more. His reputation took a serious hit, because boxing never forgets moments like that. That new sense of vulnerability is a big reason this fight now feels necessary. Tank wants to fix the story, and the biggest way is facing the pound-for-pound king. Crawford didn't shut it down either. He told Tank to fight Keyshawn Davis first, and that's not a soft matchup. Keyshawn is skilled, dangerous, and the real deal. It's the kind of fight that proves you mean what you say. He's backed by Floyd Mayweather, trains with purpose, and is hungry to make a name. He's worked with Shakur and has sparred Crawford. He isn't a warm-up, he's a threat. If Tank beats him clearly, the Crawford fight gets even bigger. If he avoids it, doubts turn into certainty. Floyd Mayweather's shadow is still part of this too. Even if Floyd and Tank aren't aligned, his presence is always in the background. Floyd publicly leaned toward Crawford after Tank crossed lines involving family, and that moment mattered. The feud is only getting started. But Crawford's eyes are also on something bigger: Canelo Alvarez. That's the real prize, the kind of fight that makes history. Crawford is chasing legacy, not noise. While Tank grabs attention, Crawford stays focused. The Canelo tension is real, because this is about becoming a 3-time undisputed champion. Next to that goal, everything else feels smaller. Crawford isn't just chasing wins.